Made time 1 to 1.5 hours. I'm gonna try. And not do that. Later themed view apparently.
It is the year 1700.
Full screen. Well.
There you are, Nathaniel. My youngest son I know. You will... Money? Did your father not tell you? You will get meals and boarding, and the chance to learn a valuable skill. You will only receive money once you... I'm afraid that Boston has become more dangerous in the past year. It is filled with His Majesty's soldiers. I am relieved to hear that. Yes, I already packed... Goodbye, Nathaniel.
Mr. Eads is your new master. He's a strict man, and he takes his patron...
Ah, you must be Nathaniel and Mr. Wheeler. Dinner will be served. Yes. You've a slight build.
Very well, son. I will see... Mr. Eads would not agree on...
When I met Mr. Eads, I said goodbye to Father. I want to...
Get out. Right. Part 1.
I was exhausted from my trip and slept.
Wake up, Nathaniel! We are a healthy...
Kitchen.
Time to start your apprenticeship, Nathaniel. Your Roy Stillingham here is also an apprentice.
I sometimes run errands for them. Special errands. You can find me at the rope walk, not far from the wall.
You have quite a few tasks for today. Find at least 3 townspeople willing to purchase advertisements. The Gazette makes money by letting townspeople advertise. Very good, Nathaniel. Yes? I'm sorry to hear of it. You can find his work. I will be out on business most of the day. If you have any more questions, you may ask Mrs. Eads. She will be in the kitchen.
May I help you? Do you mistake me for a wealthy merchant? Yes. And now that I think...
Good day to you. I am Solomon Fletcher. How can a sailor like me help you? I do not have any goods to sell for money. I found it, but I fear it's too heavy for you to carry alone. I am sorry, but I am paid to work. Royce is certainly a strong lad, but he may expect...
I'm impressed, farm boy. What is it that you came... I can do that. Just remember, farm boy, you owe me a favor.
Pardon me. Have you seen my dog? Thimble is a small terrier, brown with white markings. If you offer him a bone, he shall come straight away. On most days, I can be found in my uncle's shop in the north. My name is Constance. What a marvelous idea. Thank you for your help. That would be gracious of you, friend. You could ask the merchant, John Wheatley. And I'm not sure that advertising would improve his situation. It would take too long to explain.
A good day to you, lad. What business brings you here? I would indeed. I greatly like Mr. Eads, and I just produced. I'm sorry.
Come closer, lad. You must be mad. We both support the cause of liberty against the enemies of this country. How so? There are several officers stationed here who might know something. I've become acquainted with one personally. Captain Barnaby Molesworth. You can often find him at the Royal Exchange Tavern on King Street. My customers know where to find me. Why should I buy an advertisement? Flattery will not earn you my business. You drive a hard bargain, lad. A good day to you, Nathaniel.
Yes, lad. I don't see him here today. I believe his wife just gave birth to his son. He's often here on Saturdays.
Nathaniel, I see you retrieved my shipment of type. Yes, Royce is a good lad. He is a bit headstrong, but he has worth. We will need lads like that. Yes, I would like to hear all about it. Let us go over them together. These days, everyone from... Yes, go on. Let me look at that one again. Oh no, I cannot accept this. She is the niece of Theophilus Lilly. He is... As an apprentice to the Gazette, I expect you to be. But before you get grand ideas about what being a patriot means. Yes, go on. Yes, Mr. Revere is a... You did exactly what I... You have had a full day. I noticed that you have a penny whistle. This is the Liberty Song.
I woke up even earlier on my second.
Nat, Master Eads has no time for you today, so would you pick up some items for my spinning bee? Women protest the Crown's unfair laws. I need fleece. Indigo would be nice if you can find any. Maybe ask someone at the wharf. And be very careful. Before you go, Master Eads wanted you to see the Gazette page with the advertisements you sold yesterday. That page also has a list of importers. Oh, one last thing. You must return the advertisement to Miss...
To be sold.
Nathaniel, come to join us, have you? We are teaching Theophilus Lilly a lesson. He still refuses to join the boycott. That is good. What was a crown lover like her doing trying to place an advertisement in the Gazette? Well, if I find the mutt, I'll name it King George and make it catch rats for me.
Nathaniel, please come in. That is welcome news on an otherwise ugly day. Hopefully the advertisement you sold me will help bring him home. Master Eads of the Boston Gazette? I would never have purchased an advertisement from you had I known he was your master. I know you will, and I predict that you'll be the one to find him. Very well. Do you need anything else?
What can I do for you? Thank you, lad. I had one inquiry already. I have thyme, raspberry, and mint leaves, and I also have fleece. It makes a good herbal tea, sometimes called Liberty. No, everything I sell is produced here in Massachusetts. Good choice. Do you want anything? Thank you, lad. I hope you...
Hello again. I'm surprised you're not outside with the other apprentices in front of Mr. Lilly's shop. Well, you've come to the right shop. I have the best candles in... I use both beef and sheep tallow, which makes the candles burn longer than most. Madam Eads will be pleased with your...
Nathaniel, did you hear about Christopher Sider? He's one of the young apprentices he was shot by a customs informer named Ebenezer Richardson. His wound is serious. After you left the North End, Richardson told us he works for the custom house and gets paid to rat on patriots who defy the coward climbed upstairs and started shooting at us from his window. No, only poor Christopher. But I fear his wounds... Exactly, Nathaniel. Which is why I will continue to do all I can to rid Boston of custom... I have heard that the Sons of Liberty will be meeting tonight in the room. I want you to listen from the attic and tell me everything you hear. If I am to become a member of...
So I actually do know that it's impossible.
Good evening, Nat. A sad day. Yes, I just found out that he died from his wounds. Poor... Yes, we must all do our part. But it will not bring poor Christopher. Very good, Nathaniel. Tell me where you were. Excellent, Nathaniel. That is exactly what I wanted. Yes, please do. A good choice. Both non-imported and not expensive. Yes, please do. Yes, she is a very reliable source of good fleece. This is Yes, please do. That is a shame. But no matter, it was not. You did very well, Nathaniel. I am sure the spinning bee will be... Well, you had better talk to Master Eads.
Gentlemen, we have come together to determine a response. Would you turn Christopher Sider's funeral into a festival?
Would you ignore this boy's death? We should use this time to protest.
Gentlemen, can we come to some sort of agreement?
If we raise no hue and cry, we look like we support that murderer Richardson.
I'm concerned that rowdy and angry apprentice boys might get out of control and create...
Gentlemen, perhaps we can honor...
How? The boy protested, but when he endured that wretched shot, he faced his end quietly.
Then we find boy.
Yes, let...
Innocents marching in protest?
March. Alright. This gives me a little more.
Mrs. Eads' spinning bee was a great success, but the death of Christopher Sider hung over Boston. Today, Mr. I was awoke.
Nathaniel, Mrs. Eads and I are busy with important preparations for tomorrow. Look in the chest of drawers.
Farm boy, at last. I want a full report of the Sons of Liberty meeting. A brilliant plan to shame our opponents. I will ask Mr. Eads if I can lead the march. Exactly. Of course.
A good day to you, young sir. A good newspaper that is, which struggles against tyranny and supports the noble cause of freedom. The patriots speak of liberty and freedom. I also would like to honor the tragic death of Christopher Sider. I am working on a poem. Would you like to hear it? This is what I have so far. In heaven's eternal court it was decreed how the first martyr for the cause should bleed. Christopher Sider sacrificed his own life so that we may pursue. You have great spirit, Nathaniel. Would you like me to finish reading my poem? In heaven's eternal court it was decreed how the first martyr for the... That is it, Nathaniel. In heaven's eternal court it was decreed how the first martyr for the cause should bleed to clear the country of... Perhaps I can give you my poem to take to Mr. Eads to print in the Gazette, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, that is.
You work for that rag, the Gazette. What are you up to? What are you carrying? You little cur! Give that! Yes, lad. Yes, He is back by the fireplace.
Good day. Some manners, young man. Some manners would help you more than your begging. Excuse me, young man.
Ah, you are back at last. Yes, I will heed his advice. Did you have any problem? It is lucky that he was there to help. Now I must start printing more. That is an excellent idea. I will have to set more type, and I'm already behind. That's a good lad. Let us get started.
We worked very late. When I woke up, I found Master Eats.
Good morning, Nathaniel. I have a very important task. I have prepared 3 bundles of pamphlets. They are to gather support and attendance for the funeral march. We want a large crowd. Make sure you get... Very good. And thank you.
I am the acting royal.
I often host spinning bees. I will hand these out to the Daughters of Liberty. I am a farmer. I have a stall at Faneuil Hall. I suppose I can hand these out to the patriots that come by.
I am a slave of Theophilus Lilly.
I am a member of the Sons of Liberty. Thank you. I will give these to the patriots in town.
I've heard that many people are gathering at the Liberty Tree. Good work, Nathaniel. Yes, and since you have shown such spirit, I thought...
As the funeral started, hundreds of apprentices took part in a solemn march to the graveyard. Mr. Eads and Mr. Revere asked me to play a patriotic tune on my penny whistle. It was a fitting tribute to Christopher Sider. But there was now so much tension between the soldiers.
I am a son of liberty. Yay! Bad to worse this time. Let's go back to here. Scroll down a little. Give it a second to load. Monday.
It was a week after Christopher Sider's burial. Things in Boston were not getting any better. Just last Friday, a huge fight broke out between some redcoats and apprentices at the rope walk. I hear the soldiers got a bad bruising. Today was Monday, March 5th. I spent the whole day helping Master Eads to print the Gazette, and I learned a lot.
You did a fine job, Nathaniel. Please take a copy of the Gazette to Master Paul.
There must be more than 200 people here. Look, some soldiers are coming from the barracks. There's an officer with them. Those are some of the sailors that were fighting with the redcoats at the rope walk. Some of them have sticks.
Things look like they're getting worse.
They're shooting at the crowd. I went back to the print shop, but I couldn't stop thinking about what I'd seen.
I think that was... Yeah, basically just... So I think that could be the Boston Massacre and that whole thing.
Mr. Eads woke me up really early today. I had never seen him.
When was the Boston?
So distressed.
Yeah, that was
Nathaniel, you must get ready at once. You were a witness to what happened last night, and must now go to Faneuil Hall to give a deposition about what you saw. All witnesses must give their sworn testimony. Now that the perpetrators are in prison, we are doing all we can to convince the governor to remove the rest of the troop. Yes, Nathaniel, as I think you already know, I am proud to be a member with my fellow patriot. I'm glad to hear it. Now, you should speak the truth about the recklessness of the soldiers firing into an unarmed... I'm glad to hear it. Now, let us be on our...
Nathaniel Wheeler, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So, what is your occupation? I see. Would those activities interfere with your telling the truth here? How long have you lived in Boston? What brought you to King Street on the evening of March 5th, 17... What did you see when you first arrived? What else did you see? Did you see anything at the customs house? Are you acquainted with Royce Dillingham? Did you encounter Mr. Dillingham at all that night? What happened next? Did any of the townspeople or sailors have weapons? What happened next? Did you hear their captain give an order to fire? Did you see anything else that might have provoked the soldiers? Tell us, why do you think this terrible event happened? Why do you think the testimony of others about what happened that night is different from yours? Those are all the questions I have.
Master Eads thanked me for giving my testimony and offered me a piece of freshly made pudding. He said both my political views and personal character are an asset to him. He is confident that in 7 years I'll master the art.
Alright, epilogue time. Wow. I got. Right, the remark. Right. I see in Boston wrong.
With the freedom to choose my own way, I knew that my future lay down one of two paths.
Boom! 29.3.
With the freedom to choose my own way, I knew that my future lay down one of
first ever speedrun this game, I think.